Today, I'm going to talk about an item that causes harm or suppresses our immune system. And that item is sugar. Yes, sugar. But wait a minute. I'm not going to ask any one of us to cut sugar completely. That's entirely impossible. Am I right? About 60 to 70% of food items on our supermarket shelves contain sugar. So cutting sugar completely from our lives is not practical at all. Instead, I'm going to touch on the harmful effects of sugar and how much sugar we should be taking on a daily basis. Okay, first, let me touch on the harmful effects of sugar. First, sugar is known to cause weight gain. Why? Because excess consumption of sugar, especially in beverages, tricks our body into turning off its appetite control system, because liquid calories are not as satisfying as calories from solid foods. This is why it is easier for people to add more calories in their regular diet when consuming sugary beverages. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember, when it comes to consuming sugary beverages, please have a limit, all right? Next, sugar may increase your risk of heart diseases. Why? Because evidence suggests that sugar causes the blood to be stickier and slows the flow of blood as well. Okay, so sugar also causes plaque to build up in the bloodstream. That explains why excessive sugar causes blood pressure issues and hypertension, which eventually will lead to heart diseases. Thirdly, sugar has been linked to acne. Yes, for those of us who places a lot of emphasis on how presentable we are, acne can be a major issue. Do you agree? Now, why do sugar causes an outbreak of acne? Because sugary food quickly spike blood sugar level and insulin levels as well, causing increased androgen secretion, oil production, and inflammation, all of which play a role in acne development. So for those of us who want to prevent an acne outbreak, please cut down on our sugary food intake. All right? And lastly, sugar increases your risk of depression. Wow, why so? Before we understand this point, we have to look at the fuel system of our body. Now, our body can burn sugar for energy and also fats for energy. However, when our body burns sugar for energy, we tend to have emotional ups and downs. Okay, have you encountered someone who tells you he or she is hungry and at the same time having low blood sugar level and in a foul mood? Yes, I think most of us have encountered that. If we have too much sugar in our body and our body uses that as energy output, we tend to have blood sugar swings, and that may eventually lead to depression. So now you may ask, how much is the recommended amount of sugar that we should be taking on a daily basis? Now, the American Heart Association suggests that women consume no more than 100 calories, about 6 teaspoons or 24 grams. And men no more than 150 calories, about 9 teaspoons or 36 grams of added sugar per day. At the same time, I would advise all of us to be sugar detectives as well. Now, what are sugar detectives? Sugar detectives are people who go out into the supermarkets. Before they buy a food item, they will study the food labels carefully. For example, if it says only 5 grams of sugar per serving, but actually upon careful studying, if the normal amount is about 3 or 4 servings, one can easily consume 20 grams of sugar, and that is a lot of sugar. Am I right? So please study the food labels carefully before you purchase that item. Okay? So that is what I meant by be a sugar detective the next time you visit a supermarket or a grocery store. So with that, I'm ending today's conversation. So please remember to stick to the recommended amount of sugar intake per day. Okay? And let's keep our immune health strong.